Hello, everyone, and welcome to this video on solving two-step linear equations. This is going to be to help you on homework 9.3. This is something we've been practicing all year. It's something you probably did in algebra, but it's something that I know a lot of us have forgotten how to do, so I wanted to review it one more time. So we'll go through, and I think the best way to learn is a couple of examples. I'd recommend you first try to solve each of these problems on your own, and then look at how I solved it. And that's going to be the best way for you to learn and understand your mistakes. So if you want to give this a problem a try now, before we go over it, go for it. Remember, when you're solving one of these problems, your goal is always to figure out what the variable is. It's some equation. Right now, we know that d divided by 2 minus 1 equals 2. We want to know what d is so that this is true, so that whatever is on this side is equal to whatever is on this side. D is like a blank. What goes in the blank? So to do this, we always need to work backwards. So we have d divided by 2 minus 1. The first thing we want to do is get rid of this minus 1. So we think, what is the opposite of subtraction? What is the opposite of minus 1? Well, it's plus 1. So we do plus 1 over here, and we're going to do plus 1 on the same side, on the other side of the equation, so that we keep it balanced. So the minus 1 and the plus 1 cancel. We're just left with d divided by 2. And the 2 plus 1 equals 3. So now we have d divided by 2 equals 3. Now we want to cancel the division. So we have to think, what is the opposite of division? What is the inverse operation? And of course, it's multiplication. So we're going to multiply by 2. Multiply by 2. This is going to cancel out the divided by 2, which is going to leave us with just d. And 3 times 2 equals 6. Now, if you're not quite sure if you did it right, you can always check your work with these kinds of problems by taking your answer and substituting it in to the original question. So instead of d divided by 2 minus 1, it's going to be 6 divided by 2 minus 1 equals 2. If we do 6 divided by 2 minus 1 and we don't get 2, then we must have made a mistake. So let's do it. 6 divided by 2 is 3. 3 minus 1 equals 2. That's right. We got 2 on both sides, so we know we did it correctly. So great job. Let's look at a few more examples. So our answer was 6. All right, here's another one. We have u minus 13 divided by 2 equals 2. Again, if you want to pause the video and give it a try, then you're welcome to do so right now. Sorry, my nose is very itchy. We're trying to figure out what u is. So how do we do that? Well, we've got u minus 13 divided by 2. The first thing is we're dividing all of this by 2, so we want to cancel out the divided by 2. So again, we think, what is the inverse operation of division? It's multiplication. So we're going to multiply by 2. If we multiply by 2 on one side, we have to do the same thing on the other side of the equal sign. So that's why I always draw this line at the equal sign, because I'm trying to do the same thing on both sides of the equal sign. So u minus 13 divided by 2 times 2. The 2's are going to cancel each other out because divided by 2 and times 2 are opposites. We're left with u minus 13. And 2 times 2 gives us 4 on the other side. Now we just have to figure out plus 13 to cancel out the minus 13. This is going to leave us with just u equals 17. So we could check our answer, of course, by plugging back in. 17 minus 13 divided by 2 equals 2. We got to do the 17 minus 13, that is 4. 4 divided by 2 equals 2, and that is correct. 2 equals 2. So we know we did it correctly. We know that 17 is the correct answer. Let's do one more. Sure, let's do this one. J plus 5 divided by 3 equals 4. If you want to try it, pause the video, go ahead and try it. First thing, draw a line at the equal sign. So we remember whatever we do on one side of the equal sign, we have to do on the other. Next, what is the inverse operation of dividing by 3? Multiplying by 3. So we'll do times 3. We got to do it on both sides, times 3. This cancels out the 3 over here, which means we're left with j plus 5. And meanwhile, we've got 4 times 3, which of course is 12. Now, what's the inverse operation of plus 5? We have to do minus 5, because that cancels out the plus 5. J equals 12 minus 5, which is 7. If you want to check your work, plug it back in. 7 instead of j plus 5 divided by 3 equals 4. So again, all we're doing is taking this number, substituting in for j. So we put 7 in here. We do 7 plus 5, that is 12. 12 divided by 3 equals 4. 12 divided by 3 does equal 4. You can check that on a calculator. So we know the answer j equals 7 is correct. Submit. Perfect. Hope this is helpful. If not, there's plenty of other videos online. You can ask me for help in class. You can also look in IXL. Do your best. Give this a try. This is a really important skill, not just for the end of this year, but for next year. So I would highly recommend you continue to practice this. Have a great day, and bye-bye.